Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are filming yet another broke bitch review. So in this week's episode, we are going to be reviewing the Armani Power Fabric Foundation. So I, obviously knew of like the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, yada yada, and how a bunch of people with like really like not oily skin love it. And I was like, okay, well I won't love that because my skin's an oil slick and that'll be no bueno. But I had no idea that Giorgio had a mattifying foundation. So when I was wandering around the aisles in Sephora, I discovered this little guy. This is called the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Longwear High Cover Foundation in SPF 25. It retails for $64 and you get 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty normal for all foundations. I got mine in the shade 6.5, which whenever I got this shade initially, I was much more tan than this. So it's probably going to be another one of those reviews where my face is going to look way different than my neck, but it doesn't matter about the color, people. It matters about how it performs. So you guys were in there with me. You stuck through it through my last foundation review that was really badly colored, so we're going to do the same in this one. So this guy says it's full coverage. It is for all skin types. The finish is a natural matte. Ooh, it says, the new power suit is the confidence you have in yourself. That's this! He means this! Alright, so enough dicking around with that. Let's put it on our face. So I have went ahead and primed my face using the normal primers that I always do because I don't want to screw that part of it up. So if this really sucks, we know it's the foundation and not my primers. We're going to do kind of like we did with the last one, where I put it on one side with this guy and the other side with a foundation brush, if I can find one. Alright, so let's go ahead and dive into this, shall we? So, of course, I had to get the sample, guys. How much they actually gave me. What? Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, first of all, look at how dark that is compared to my hands. Oh, my. This is gonna be bad. Whatever. We're gonna keep rolling. But they barely gave me any of those cheapskates. Jesus. It looks a little thick, so I'm looking for a spatula. Of course I don't have one, so my hands are clean, so I'm just going to have to use a finger to dab it on my face. So we're going to go ahead and do the sponge side first to see how it goes. Oh yeah, not even close to my color. Alright babes, let's get the blending. Okay, the color really isn't that terrible. So that much covered a decent amount, but I like more coverage than that. So we're just going to put more on. But not wanting to cover right here. Can you guys tell in the camera? Like right here, it just isn't feeling it. I don't know why. Okay, so here is the spongy side of the application process. I don't think it looks that bad. The color? Ew. Not bad. I don't think it looks that bad. So we are going to apply it with a brush on the other side. So let's see how that goes. So I'm just going to be using this Morphe brush. Excuse me. Hi. We're just going to be using this Morphe brush right here. It's one that came in the gunmetal collection, so I couldn't tell you what its name is. I don't even know if it has one. But we're going to use him. So I'm just going to use the exact same technique. Use my finger. I'm going to be a little bit more generous on this side, so hopefully we don't have to go back in. Alright, so let us begin. Okay, so let me get my mirror and bring it over to this side so I can really see in the light. Wow. Okay, so this foundation I think prefers to be applied with a brush because not only did that go on hella quick, it really doesn't look that bad. So let's just blend it down the neck. So I don't look so crazy. I actually really like how it looks with a brush, and that's pretty rare for me because I kind of quit applying foundations with brushes a really long time ago because I always thought they looked really streaky and just kind of like bad. But this actually looks pretty good, so I think this may be a foundation that just needs to be applied with a brush. But something I always do, even whenever I do apply foundations with brushes, is I always go over it with my sponge just to give it that like airbrush finish. So that just may be the best way, oh boy, to apply this foundation. You know what I mean? Like apply it with a brush to get that nice full coverage, because it definitely covered better by using the brush in the first place than it did with the sponge. It seemed like the sponge was picking up a lot of the product and the brush actually wasn't. It was really dispersing the product well. The next step in seeing if this is something for me is to apply concealer. So let's do just that. So let me close up my little friend here because I do have a tiny bit left. So maybe if I like this, I can use him again. Let's see, we're using high end. Let's stick with the high end area. So we're gonna go in with old trusty Shape Tape here. So let's take a sponge and buff it all in. Bing, 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 bing. I'm looking pretty good, and that concealer definitely helped create this kind of back to my shade. So that just makes me think that these Armani foundations aren't as dark as maybe they're advertised. So there was an abundance of shades, so that was really handy and great, but guys, I like it so far. So I definitely feel like I have a power suit on. That shit was not lying. Giorgio? Okay, so let's go ahead and set this face to see what do you look like when you're nice and mattified. So it definitely appears to be a matte finish, which I love. So let's get old trusties out and give it a setting. So here we are, nice and set, and everything is powdered and locked into place. I will say with the powder on, it does feel a little drying. Little bit drying. So unfortunately, sometimes whenever your face feels dry and you're an oily person, that actually causes you to create more oil. So I hope that's not going to be the case, but we shall see. So, But as far as the look goes, I think I look fantastic. It looks really natural, and it doesn't look as heavy as it kind of feels. It does feel a little bit heavy. Like I said, it's got that drying sensation, so to me that kind of feels heavy. But other than that, I think it looks good. So what I'm going to do is the same as I do in all of my Broke Bitch reviews whenever I review foundations and concealers, is I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and I will come back to you at the end, and I will let you know what are my exact thoughts on this product. Is this something that I think you should spend your hard-earned money on, or is it something that I should say, girl, please pass? I will see you guys in just a minute, and we'll talk about our final thoughts on this product. Give me. Okay, guys, so now that I'm finished kind of with this look, by the way, if you're enjoying this look, I did just film a tutorial on it, so if I've already got it posted online, then I will kind of link it in a little card somewhere up here. But anyway, back to the whole point of this video. So this Broke Bitch review was all about this Armani Power Fabric Foundation, and I'm not... This red lip and this Power Fabric, I'm feeling powerful. I think it looks great. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I'm looking at myself here in this mirror and up here in the monitor. And in the mirror, I look really even. I feel like I don't look really caked, you know, like a cakey type situation going on. Up here in the monitor, I think I look really natural. Natural as you can be with a smoky eye and a bright red lip and big lashes. I think this is a winner. I really do. I think this is a winner. Regardless of the price, because that sucks. $64 is a lot for a foundation. So I know I have reviewed super matte and like amazing foundations here on my channel. So if you're interested in those, I will also link that in a card above. Be sure to check that out because there are some amazing drugstore mattifying foundations that exist nowadays. They're fantastic. So if you're interested in those, like I said, card above. But other than that, I really enjoyed this foundation. I think I look good. I look flawless. What pores, bitch, what pores. Okay, so we're going to end this Broke Bitch review right here. And this one is a success. This one is definitely approved by myself. Like I said, I don't really necessarily approve of the price tag, but I mean, hey, if you've got the spare change and you want to spend it on something very luxe, and makes you feel a little bit powerful, a little sassy, then I think this foundation is for you. But, let me make a disclaimer here. This foundation, I know I mentioned it before I ran off and did my full face here. I mentioned that it was drying. I do not think, if you have dry skin, I don't think you'll like this foundation. As I have been putting on my face, I feel as if I'm getting a little bit drier. So, if you're going to wear this foundation for not a very long period of time, I don't think it's going to be an issue. But, if you're going to have it on for a lengthy period of time, I don't know. So yeah, I think we covered all of our bases, guys. That is the end of this Broke Bitch review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it informational and worth your time. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you go. Click that notification bell right beside of it so you get notified every single time that I upload. I will link all of my social media down below. That's all I gotta say for this video, guys. Please be sure to subscribe, as I've already mentioned at least one time, so I'm gonna say it probably 4 more times before I run away. Subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!